Myself, Karna Majid Naran Rao, Assistant Professor, Vijayanagara College, Hospete. Now, in today's class, we shall understand the equivalent focal length of two thin lenses separated by a finite distance. Consider two thin lenses L1 and L2 of focal length f1 and f2, which are being mounted coaxially, separated by a distance d apart in air. When a monochromatic ray PQ, which is incident on the lens L1, deviates by an angle delta 1, and it will produce the image at the point f2 dash, which is called second focal point of the lens L1. In the absence of this lens, this ray remains undeviated and will pass along KQ-K2. QK2. That means this is the undeviated ray in the absence of the lens. And this is the deviation produced by the ray after refraction through the lens L1. Now, what is this deviation delta 1? The deviation delta 1 is defined as height by focal length, that is given by h1 by f1. At the same time, when we introduce the lens L2 or focal length f2, now for this lens system, the ray which is incident on the lens is QR, which is being incident at a height equal to h2. When it is incident at a height h2, then after refraction, it will produce a deviation delta 2 and produce the image at the point f2. That means the image is being formed by the lens L2 at the point f2 by the lens L2. Then what is this deviation delta 2? The delta 2 deviation is given by height by focal length. The height is h2, focal length is f2. Therefore, delta 2 is the deviation produced by the lens L2, that is given by delta 2 is equal to h2 by f2. That means for the lens L1, deviation is delta 1 and is defined as h1 by f1. For the lens L2, deviation is delta 2 and is defined as h2 by f2. Now, whenever this ray which when being extended backward, this will meet at the point K2. So, whenever we place a lens at this point K2H2, which is at height equal to h2, it is at a height h1, then when we place a lens here, then it will produce the combined effect of two lenses together, and it is of lens L, capital L, and is of focal length capital F. Then the deviation produced by this lens is given by delta. That means if delta is the deviation produced by the lens at this point, that the deviation is delta. This deviation delta, that is given by h1 by f. h1 divided by capital F, where capital F is the focal length of the lens placed at this point. That is, for the lens L1, delta 1 is given by h1 by f1. For the lens L2, the deviation is delta 2, that is equal to h2 by f2. That means whenever we replace at that point K2H2 a single lens, which is called equivalent lens of focal length capital F, the deviation produced is delta, that is given by h1 by f. Now let us refer back to the triangle QK2R. Okay, now you are observing the triangle is QK2R. In this triangle, you are observing that this is exterior angle delta. These are interior angles delta 1 and delta 2. Therefore, for the triangle QK2R, the delta exterior angle is sum of interior angles. That is, delta is equal to delta 1 plus delta 2. Therefore, exterior angle is sum of interior angles. Delta is equal to delta 1 plus delta 2. Delta is defined as h1 by f. Delta 1 is h1 by f1. Delta 2 is h2 by f2. Now, when we divide by h1 on both sides for all the three terms, then we get 1 by f is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 h2 by h1. That means we are separating this term h2 in the numerator and we are dividing by h1. Therefore, we get this as h2 by h1. This is complete one term. That is 1 by f2 into h2 by h1 is only one term. And we call this as first expression. This is very important equation. Now here we are observing the triangles QL1 F2 dash and RL2 F2 dash. These are two similar triangles. Okay, now you are observing these triangles QL1 F2 dash, RL2 F2 dash. These two are similar triangles. In these two similar triangles, Q by QL1 divided by L1 F2 dash. QL1 by L1 F2 dash in the triangle QL1 F2 dash. And from the triangle RL2 F2 dash, RL2 by L2 F2 dash. Therefore, it is observed from these two expressions that QL1 by L1 F2 dash is equal to RL2 by L2 F2 dash. So, from these two similar triangles, QL1 F2 dash and RL2 F2 dash are similar. That is given by QL1 by L1 F2 dash is equal to RL2 by L2 F2 dash. That is given by H1 by F1 is equal to H2 by F1 minus D, which we refer back to the figure again. Here, if you transfer these two terms, that is H1 will come here, F1 minus D will go here. That means this becomes H2 by H1. That is equal to F1 minus D by F1. So, H2 by H1 is equal to F1 minus D by F1. That is equal to 1 minus D upon F1. Let us call this as second equation. That is, in other words, H2 by H1 is equal to F1 minus D by F1 is equal to 1 minus D upon F1. Let us call this as second expression. Now, in place of H2 by H1 in the equation 1, we replace that term 1 minus D by F1 here. That means when we replace this term by that, then we get this value as, now you are observing that 1 by F is equal to 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2 into 1 minus D by F1. That means we are replacing that term here. Then we are taking this as 1 by F1 plus, we take this inside. 1 by F2 into 1 is 1 by F2 minus 1 by F2 into D by F1. 1 by F2 into D by F1. This is given by 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2 minus D upon F1 F2 it is. Or 1 by F is equal to F2 plus F1 minus D by F1 F2 on taking LCM, as you know. Now, if you take the reciprocal, F is equal to F1 F2 by F1 plus F2 minus D, or that is equal to F1 F2 by delta, where delta is equal to F1 plus F2 minus D, is called as optical separation or optical interval between the two lenses. Now here, if P1 and P2 are the powers of two lenses and P is the power of equivalent lens, then the equation can be written as, here P refers to the power, that is called focal power. Focal power is reciprocal of focal length. Reciprocal of focal length is focal power and is replaced by P. Now here in this expression, 1 by F is equal to 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2 minus D by F1 F2. Here 1 by F is capital P. 1 by F1 is, if F is the focal length, focal power is P. If F1 is the focal length, focal power is P1. If F2 is the focal length, focal power is P2. That is given by P is equal to P1 plus P2 minus P1 P2 into D, which is said to be an expression in terms of focal power. Now we shall understand the following points from this above expression. If D is 0, that means if the separation is 0, two lengths are kept in contact. That means in the absence of the separation, that is D is 0. Then F is equal to F1 F2 by F1 plus F2 is maximum. That means equivalent focal length is maximum. This is the first condition. Second condition is that suppose if D is less than F1 plus F2, the equivalent focal length F and the point F of the combination becomes positive and act as converging lengths. Such combination is used in eyepiece. That means it behaves as converging lengths and is used in eyepiece under the condition D is less than F1 plus F2. Suppose if D is greater than F1 plus F2, the equivalent focal length F and the power becomes negative. When it becomes negative, the combination acts as a diverging lens. Such combination is used in compound microscope. That means when D is greater than F1 plus F2, it is called diverging lens and is used in compound microscope. As the separation D between the two lenses increases, F also increases but P decreases. Suppose, let us now consider one more case. If F1 plus F2 minus D is 0, then D is equal to F1 plus F2. Then F is equal to F1 F2 by 0. That means when this complete term is 0, that means optical separation is 0. When the optical separation is 0, this value of delta is 0. When delta is 0, anything by 0 is infinity. That means focal length is infinity. When the focal length is infinity, focal power is reciprocal. That becomes 0. That means when the focal power is 0, then this condition is used in astronomical telescope. That means this combination where the optical separation is 0, focal power becomes infinity, focal power is 0, and this condition is used in astronomical telescope. These are the various conditions that we can understand from the above expression. Thank you.